Okay, so the whole point of my TikTok name, not the mom you want to call, is because I know probably when the school opens my children's file, it says not the mom you want to call, because I don't put up with any of their bullcrap. So back in the beginning of May, we get informed last minute that there's no school for a couple of days because of a mold issue in the building. Not just like any mold, but black mold, okay? And they need to figure out how to like rearrange the school and blah 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 blah. They have a super secret special school board meeting last minute that they did post on YouTube. But they were like hush hush about it. They didn't really want to talk about it. I was like, yo, my kid is not going there. So I kept my son home. My daughter's older, so it's her last year there. They had moved the older kids off the campus into a different location, but now they're back at the school because of other issues. So I had to file a freedom of access. What is it called? Hold on. Let me look it up. Freedom of Access Act. I call it an FOAA. Anyways, to get the results from the school about what they found for mold, because they weren't just going to give it to me, yet they did hand out parts of it at the special school board meeting. Okay, I get the results. I'm looking it over. I'm like, this is literally insane. Okay, and I think the first time they sent it to me, I didn't get everything the first go around, so I had to argue with them to get the rest of it. Two rooms in that whole entire school, K through 8, tested negative for mold. Okay, the second grade classroom tested positive for black mold. And in the school board meeting, they said it was only limited to the second grade classroom, but then on the local newspaper, they said that it was only limited to the basement, which is where all the water damage is, because we just don't take care of the school anymore. So like nobody's telling the truth, right? So I'm like, I want more records. I want to see where they've been spending all this money for maintenance on this building, because I went to school there. My mother went to school there. The new part of the building was only built in the 90s. So like, what are we doing here? Anywho, I filed another FOAA to get more maintenance records from previous years, and they have been fighting me hardcore on it, right? It's always this, that, and the other thing. They can't give me a good time estimate. I'm asking to know like where, like, they're figuring $25 an hour for this stuff, right? Because like that's the max they can charge per hour after 2 free hours. So like finally I'm like, I'm done with this. So I went to the FOAA Ombudsman's board and emailed them, and they've been in communication with the school. Well, then yesterday, Tom Lamberg decided that he was going to send me this nice little email and thought it was going to satisfy Brenda from the FOAA. And he's acting like it took him 3.5 hours to put together an email of documents that were already emailed to him, right? Because this receipt that he just made up and sent in that email yesterday is for just the mold records, okay? So we know for a fact that all those records were already together because they did all the testing, right? And then they had a special school board meeting, so it's on the internet, on YouTube, that they had it all together, okay? And you're going to tell me that after the school board meeting, I filed an FOAA and it took him 3.5 hours to put together one little email. Absolutely not. He's trying to make it look like he did me a solid favor the first time around, right? 3.5 hours, and they didn't charge me the hour and a half. Excuse you, sir. No, this is a joke, right? Like, it's provable that all those documents were already together, so it would have taken him all of like 10 minutes most to drag that file into an email and hit send. Okay? The school board was hush-hush about this. The superintendent's office is absolutely impossible to get any communication from Todd Saunders. The principal doesn't even know the number of the classroom goes with, like, first, second, third, kindergarten, you know, like, they're all, like, in the computer system as, like, E blah, blah, blah. So, like, he doesn't even know, like, which number goes with which class. He's just lying out of his butt, basically, at this point. Like, this stuff frustrates me so bad that, like, I can't even think straight half the time. So, like, when do we stop putting up with the lies and start doing what's right as parents and protecting our children from this? Because not only this happened, we also had a pedo there, and they try to sweep that under the rugs. So, if you have anybody that goes to Nobleboro Central School, feel free to follow me, because, like, I'm about to start dropping some truth bombs, because this shit is just out of control. The truth is the truth. Like, how is a paycheck worth more than the truth and protecting children? Please explain that to me, somebody, because my head is going to explode.